Meanwhile, President William Ruto today visited victims of the Mahiu flood tragedy, where he pledged support for the affected families. He also directed that all members of the public residing within flood-prone areas and are at the risk of being affected by the raging floods to move out within the next 48 hours, saying the military will help in the rescue and recovery mission. And as KTN's Emmanuel Author reports, the government has pledged to cover the cost of resettling the affected families.
With the death toll in the nationwide flood crisis nearing 180, it was time for the head of state to step out and witness the sad state of affairs in person. President William Ruto, who toured Mahiu, Naivasha constituency in Nakuru County, where the ravaging effects of the floods are still fresh, directing that all those living in risky grounds to move out to safer grounds within the next 2 days.
Masaa 48 kutokea kesho, kila mtu awe ametoka katika hiyo sehemu. Na ni katika sehemu zote za Kenya, mji wa Nairobi, miji zile zingine, kwa sababu hatutaki tena kupoteza maisha ya wananchi.
The president announcing that government agencies had completed the process of mapping out the dangerous areas. The mapped out zones include settlements near dams and other water reservoirs, areas prone to mudslides and landslides, and riparian lands along rivers and other water courses across the country. Those who will be affected by this directive will be notified by the end of the day tomorrow, May 1st.
Kupoteza watu zaidi ya 170 sio jambo ndogo kwa kipimo ya aina yoyote. Na kwa sababu hiyo, lazima tuchukue hatua.
Before the trip to Mahiu, the president chaired a special cabinet meeting to explore measures to mitigate the effects of the floods that continue to wreak havoc.
Serikali ya Kenya itahakikisha ya kwamba ile mali yote wamepoteza tutawarudishia. Manyumba ambayo imebomoka, serikali ya Kenya itajenga upya. Kama itabidi serikali inunue shamba ingine ndio waweze kuishi, tutanunua hiyo shamba.
In Nairobi, where the effects on people who live on riparian lands have been devastating, especially in the informal settlements along the Nairobi River, the cabinet directed that people living within the 30-meter riparian corridor also move out within 48 hours. The military, together with the National Youth Service, have also been directed to swing into action and help, especially in the search for those who have been reported missing.
The military has been mobilized, National Youth Service has been mobilized, all security agencies have been mobilized to assist citizens in such areas to evacuate, to avoid any dangers of loss of life or fatalities, and to avoid any other dangers.
The president had recently announced that the NYS will provide land to resettle those affected and provide humanitarian assistance. The president announced that the government will also cater for burial and hospital costs for the Mahiu flood victims and others in the country. Emmanuel Author, KTN News, Nairobi.
Elsewhere, survivors of the Sunday night mudslides in Kaganya